Please be seated now. Our service is about to begin. We ask that you please silence your cell phones. We welcome guests and visitors, members and friends, everyone gathered here this morning and virtually live on Facebook. Come into this place of peace. Let His silence heal your spirit. Come into this place of memory and let His history warm your soul. Come into this place of prophecy and power and let its vision open your heart. My name is Jack Nemez and I am your worship associate this morning. I'm a member of the congregation, currently serve as a member on the Finance Committee and participate in Green Light Coffee House and member of the men's group. Our worship service today is led by UUCSJS Director of Religious Education, Jessica Dunn Safonof. Video of today's service will be available on our YouTube channel later today. To those gathered live on Facebook, we welcome your comments as well as your joys and sorrows on that platform. Please remember that this video will be on the internet, so do not share information best kept private. There are a few announcements this week. All are welcome to join the Social Justice Committee meeting on Thursday, May 14th at 6 p.m. on Zoom. Join us next Sunday for a timely message on justice and civil rights presented by our guest speaker, Tim Alexander. Welcome to worship.
Good morning, everyone. I have to do a little preface before I do this song. It's a song that I wrote for my mom. It's actually called Song for Mom. And being that it's Mother's Day, it's a very challenging time for many people. For people missing moms, for people wishing they could miss their mom. For moms that maybe have sadness around being a mom, and for people who are fur moms who've lost their little babies, you know, I know it's a really tender time, but this particular song was written about a badass woman. I'm just gonna say it like it is. She really was a pretty and a strong force in my life, and I feel her around me all the time. And I woke up singing like Barry White this morning. It doesn't bode well for this particular song, but I'm gonna do my best because I love my mom, and yeah. And here we go. Mom used to do most everything. continually teaching me faith, joy, a chance to find what you're made of, living, giving. Open your eyes to what lies within. Love you.
Our opening words today in honor of Mother's Day are written by Linda Susan Ulrich. For all the mothers and mother figures, the grandmothers, aunts, and extended family members who mother, the soon-to-be mothers, the wish they were mothers, the never wanted to be mothers, the it's complicated mothers, the birth mothers, foster mothers, adoptive mothers, stepmothers, the used-to-be dad mothers, and the more than one mom mothers, the single mothers, separated mothers, stay-at-home mothers, unhoused mothers, the grieving mothers, those who grieve their mothers, and those whose grief is complex. For all the communities that mother, for all who depend on the great mother, you are held and beloved.
I know, I'm just trying to.
Who's the chalice lighter?
Our chalice lighter today is Marcia Hanna. Come on down. Please join me. Oh, I didn't do any of that. Please join me in reading the chalice lighting words in your order of service. We light this chalice with a spark of curiosity within us, the questions we ask, the words we imagine, and the bridges we build together. Please rise now and body your spirit and sing our gathering hymn 1023, Building Bridges. The words are in your order of service.
We are going to do 2 rounds. I'm going to ask this side of the room to sing with these 3. Wiggle your hands with these 3. And then I'm going to ask this side of the room to please come in with this side. Please wiggle your hands. Come on, Katie, wiggle. She's already into the song. La is where we're gonna start. 2, 1, 2, 3. Building bridges between our divisions. Building bridges between our divisions. Reach out your needs with all of our voices and all of our visions. Friends, we could make such sweet harmony. Building bridges between our divisions. Reach out our voices and all of our needs with all of our voices and all of our visions. Friends, we could make such sweet harmony.
All right, let's see. Oh, that's the wrong way, David.
I liked it though.
All right, so who knows what this is a picture of? The Jetsons, right? So this is a picture of a family from a show called The Jetsons. Do you know when this show first aired? Anyone want to guess? In the 1960s, that's right, it was 1962, which for those mathematicians among you was like 64 years ago. Sorry about that. So, what do you think this has to do with the monthly theme of awakening curiosity? Any guesses about that? You're going to find out. I'm not going to give you the answer right now. Do we need a little more volume, do you think?
Meet George Jetson. His boy Elroy. Daughter Judith. Jane, his wife.
So that was the theme song, the opening to the show, right? So in the 1960s, the makers of the Jetsons imagined the future to be an idyllic suburban 1960s family, but in the sky. Oh, sorry, did I do something wrong? Something's happening. Should I go back? Please enjoy this picture of, I think this is some sort of a leopard, tiger. I'm not an animal expert. So, in the clip that we watched, not this one, George drives to work in a flying car. Jane goes shopping at a mall in the sky. The two children go to a floating school. There are lots of space pods. But did you notice when Jane goes shopping, she uses green cash money? Not plastic, and certainly not a smartphone. George sits at his futuristic shaped desk, but he works with a pen and paper. So how did the people who created this show miss so much? Probably because in visualizing the future, we basically take what we know now and put it into the context of the future. I mean, why wouldn't we, right? The makers of the Jetsons weren't able to imagine the huge range of possibilities we have now. The future just looked a lot like what they already knew, but a little bit spacier. In the 1960s, the idea of video calls was crazy and exciting, but now y'all know we have FaceTime and Zoom. Robotic vacuums were unheard of, even though they had that robot made. But now we have robots that vacuum, they mop, they mow the lawn. They're testing those little food delivery robots that drive around and bring you your takeout. The Jetsons completely made up the idea of smartwatches, but now most of us have one of those. How about a smart home device? You might not have like an automatic shower or dresser that you go through, but I can tell my Alexa to turn on the lights or to play music from a smart speaker. Anybody been on those like moving sidewalks at the airport? Oh yeah. Right? Yeah. That was in the Jetsons. That was probably crazy. Imagine standing still and going places, right? Yeah. We're just at the beginning of self-driving cars and drone technology. Who knows where that's gonna go? But when this show came out, it was filled with ideas that seemed impossible, but also vaguely familiar. Because often when we imagine the future, we take what we know and put it in the future, and the trick is, we also still have to be curious. Remember I asked you, what does this have to do with the theme of awakening curiosity? All the things in the Jetsons became real-ish because somebody asked, what if? Curiosity can help us build bridges from imagination to reality and a more exciting world. It helps us cross from what we know to what we don't know yet, from what isn't yet, but what could be. When we're curious about new ideas, new cultures, new possibilities, We build bridges to them instead of walls that shut them out. And we're going to talk more about that in a little while.
There's a book of joys and concerns. A book is provided in the foyer in which you are invited to write whatever joys and sorrows you have as you enter. I will soon to read the joys and sorrows. Anything in there? From Beth and David, we signed up for the MS walk only a week in advance, but we more than doubled our donation goal. We raised over $1,000 for MS research and support, and almost half of it came from our generous friends at UUCSJS. What a joy to have such a supportive community. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Wishes to all who are mothers, daughters, aunts, and cousins. We all deserve a great day, every day. Marcy. Ever since the day we discovered we would be having a beautiful baby boy, leading up to the day he actually entered the world and was placed in our hands, I've had the unexpected privilege of seeing how amazing women are. What you can do is absolutely a godsend. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers in attendance. Happy Mother's Day, Jess. You are absolutely a great mother and partner when it comes to helping me navigate this parenting thing, Kenny.
Oh, everybody's gonna do it.
Let us share a quiet time together to reflect on our week. During the musical interview, you may come forward and place a pebble in the water to acknowledge a personal joy or sorrow. Let us be in the spirit of prayer. Blessed and holy creation, universe of wonder, mystery beyond definition, we share today our joys and sorrows, listening deeply to the things that cause us to weep or worry, lifting our hearts as one at those things we would celebrate together. Our hearts are touched by the shared ritual, and we are connected. We pray for those who are apart from us, whether by distance, time, or conflict unresolved. We pray for those who thirst, whether for water, dignity, or justice. We pray for those who are in danger and who yearn for safety. We pray for our small, blue, fragile planet. Amen.
Let me believe that love is possible. Let me remember the courage in my soul. Let me believe that love is possible. Let me remember the courage in my soul. Let me believe that love is possible. Let me remember the courage in my soul. Let me believe that love is possible. Let me remember the courage in my soul. Let me believe that love is possible. Let me remember the courage in my soul. Let me believe that love is possible. Let me remember the courage in my soul. Let me believe that love is possible. Let me remember the courage in my soul. Let me believe that love is possible. Let me remember the courage in my soul.
We will now take a moment to give and receive the morning offering. In a moment, the ushers will come forward to pass the offering baskets among those who are in attendance. If this is your first time visiting us today, you may let the basket pass, as your presence is gift enough. You can also text a donation to 609-293-4495, or for those who are participating online, please visit UUCSJS.org and click on the yellow donate button for ways to donate. Each week, we see a small and sometimes great miracle happen as people open their hearts and share their resources with this community of spiritual growth. No matter how you support us, we appreciate you and your generous heart. After all, your donation is what keeps us going. And no matter how those gifts are offered, they are always received most gratefully. The ushers will now accept this morning's offering.
Oh, I wanna thank you very much. Oh, I wanna thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Oh, I wanna thank you very much. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you very much. Thank you, 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 thank you. What's the name of the song? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Are y'all curious what we're doing now? So I wanted to share the Jetsons technology with you today because from a UU perspective, it offers a lot of things to explore. So here's some things that I thought about. There's the intersection of technology, humanity, and hope. There's this futuristic vision that reflects on wealth and automation and the ethical implications of technological advancement. We can use it as a jumping off point to question, how do we find spiritual meaning in a highly artificial world? Or even discuss whether technology leads to a utopian existence or a dystopian one. But we're not doing any of that today because I wanted to focus on awakening curiosity. And curiosity isn't just about the future. It's also about how we live right now. When we stay curious, we listen instead of assuming. We explore instead of fearing. We build bridges instead of walls. The world of the Jetsons began as imagination, but imagination shaped by curiosity becomes a reality, right? And not just with technology. Curiosity can help us build a more loving, more just, and more connected world. According to Albert Einstein, the important thing is to not stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing, and that's what we're going to explore a little bit more today. We are going to play a game called Build the Bridge. We're going to divide into teams. You don't have to go anywhere, but you all on this side are going to be Team Discovery, and you all on this side, including the choir, are going to be Team Wonder. What we're going to do is I'm going to give you a mystery scenario, and each team is going to respond. David has some microphones that we're going to have a volunteer run around to you. Each team is going to respond with either a question about that scenario or a what if wondering. Now, the goal of the game is not to be right or even to win. The goal of the game is to be curious, creative, and open. And don't worry if you're like, I don't understand what the heck you're talking about. We're going to do it for a couple rounds and you'll get the hang of it. So, David, we need a few seconds of setting up. So, David, can you just randomly hand out one microphone to someone on this side and this one person on this side?
David, I can use my mic up here. Yeah.
Now, while we're getting the business done, and if you're watching online, you can put your questions into the comments. If you're watching on video, we'll read all your questions later too. So while we're getting the microphones passed out, I want you all to think about this scenario. Ready? Oh, I have to put up our slide too. Let's see if we can get it, maybe. Well, we'll come back to that. Imagine a world where people don't use phones to communicate. So I'll give you a couple seconds to think. You can talk amongst yourselves. You'll get more than one answer per team, so talk to the person next to you, behind you. One team, Discovery. Team Wonder. What would a world look like where people don't use phones anymore? All right, Team Wonder, where's our microphone? What would the world look like without any telephones? Give us an answer. Or a question, I guess. So you can ask a question, you can say, what if? And if you don't know, there's someone back there with their hand up, you can start over there. Okay, go ahead, go to,
It's okay.
all right.
Wouldn't there be less friends?
Would we have less friends? That's an excellent question. Team Wonder, your Discovery. Team Discovery, what's your question? You have to get on the microphone, though. Someone has to bring it to you.
Oh, it's not a question. I think it would look like 1910,
So
before telephones existed.
you wonder if it would look like the past instead of the future?
Right.
Now you guys can play off of their question or their wondering, or you can come up with something totally different.
I think we'd have more friends. I think we'd have more friends.
Maybe more friends, so maybe less friends because we wouldn't be able to talk to people farther away. Maybe more friends because we'd have to talk to them in person.
Yeah.
And that might build deeper relationships or connections. This side, we have a question or a wondering.
Would everybody have to learn Morse code?
Would we have to learn Morse code? I don't know. How about on this side?
We'd be more dependent on a close-knit community.
Would we be dependent on what?
Close-knit community.
A more close-knit community. So we'd have to communicate only with people that were closer to us, maybe? On this side?
Would we be writing a lot more letters?
Ooh.
Even if we did them on the computer.
Would we write more letters or
describing
emails?
things and telling stories and letters.
I like that. So no more like short text messages. We'd have to get the whole story out at one time.
3 pages, my grandmother
Well, that was going to be my question. Will we have computers, even though we don't have phones? And if we did, maybe it would be like the old AOL where we had the instant messaging. But
This is beautiful wondering. I'm going to give you a new scenario. Just when you thought you got control of that one, we're getting a new scenario. Ready? Imagine a world where cars can fly. So I'll give you a second to think. Gina, I think we're ready over there behind you. Oh, a world where cars can fly. Tell me your wonderings, your questions.
I'm wondering or excited about how much we'd be able to see with ease.
Would we be able to see a lot more, explore things that we couldn't before? All right, Team Discovery, what questions do we have? What wonderings?
I live on Route 9 and my street is really busy, so maybe it would be quiet again.
Ooh, would it relieve some congestion of like populated areas? Go ahead.
Wouldn't there be more war?
Would there be more war if cars could fly?
There would be more accidents.
Maybe there would be more accidents.
And the flying cars could easily be crashed by planes.
Would they replace planes?
I wouldn't think so.
You don't think so? All right, Team Discovery, you want to give us yours?
Would we need roads?
Would we need roads? That's what he's saying, right? Roads kind of key. I mean, we still get crashes, but we're at least confined in an area for driving, not all over the place.
No, but if we did away with roads, there'd be more room for nature.
Oh, so would nature replace the infrastructure that we have now that we need for cars? You gotta pause, we gotta go to this side. And Choir, you have your own mics if you want to jump into.
I'm wondering where they'd get the fuel.
Ooh, what kind of fuel technology will we have with these flying cars?
I'm wondering about air traffic control. We got a lot of problems now.
So instead of controlling, like Charlie said, instead of controlling one plane, we have them flying all over all willy-nilly. No roads, no air traffic controllers. What would that look like? What do y'all think? I think Katie's...
I just wonder how it would affect birds. What the impact that would have with this many cars up in the skies.
So a piggyback off the nature. Maybe the nature on the ground would be better off, but maybe not the nature in the sky. What do y'all...
Would we have to pay more money for our car insurance?
Ooh, we have some excellent questions.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, I feel like it would separate us more because there would be those who could afford to do it, and then there's that can't afford to do that.
Most definitely technology for those who can afford it and not for those who can't.
Would we spend more time with friends and family?
Very good questions. All right, I got a new one. Ready? Imagine a world where robots are your best friends. What questions or wonderings would we have then? We're going to start on this side.
Would robots help those who are isolated, such as those in nursing homes and things like that?
Yeah, that is a good wondering. For caretaking and best friending, right? Relationships and the nuts and bolts of caring for someone. And
Would there be a decrease in mental health?
what would be the effects on mental health if a computer robot is your best friend?
What about personal connection?
How would it affect our personal relationships with non-robots?
Be pretty boring because there'd be less drama.
I mean, you could get it programmed to be exactly what you wanted. Would that be boring? I don't know, maybe.
Would it lower the birth rate?
Oh, interesting. Would we be so dependent on them that our other relationships suffer and therefore the birth rate of the new humans? Do we have another one on this side? Miss Gina, you're slacking on your job.
I'm working on a sound issue.
If robots were all our best friends, we would have less actual human beings, and almost everyone would be lazy enough to lose almost a lot of abilities. Like how cats sometimes lose hunting because they eat too much.
Yes, right? If we get too dependent on them, then we'll lose the skills that we need to be actual human beings, right? I wonder if that would happen.
What would their life be like when they're not dealing with us?
Ooh, interesting. If we're going to treat them like our best friends, what's it like for them if we don't need them anymore or don't want them anymore, or, we got to go somewhere without them? Interesting.
I wonder about privacy too. If your robot friend knew everything about you, would every other robot know everything about you too? I mean, would these all be networked or individual?
Privacy would be a real issue, right? You don't want your best friend hacked. Know all your personal information. These are good questions. You want another one?
Sure.
Imagine a world where everyone speaks a different language. So you have your language, you have your language, you have a different one, you will have a different one. What would that look like? What would happen?
There would be a lot of charades.
Oh, we would get real good at trying to figure it out, right?
Would everyone be more fit because they're moving around a lot more to express themselves?
Well, in the earlier days of the North American continent, when there were so many different tribal groups with different languages, and then the Europeans coming with different languages, there was some sort of a universal sign language that evolved, where no matter where you were in the continent, you can make your basic needs understood.
So maybe some sort of universal language, either physical or even a spoken universal language, and maybe if you gave them enough time. Interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say we might invent the universal translator like Star Trek, but from what David said, we always develop like the patois or something, they call it. Like when people are thrown into, like when the African Americans are brought here and they had different languages from different tribes, and they had to come here and learn English, they sort of developed this way of talking, and that happens with a lot of people, that you can still communicate even though you don't know all the language. You can get enough of it out. So that would probably happen.
I would wonder if something similar. And I know you said, there was Star Trek technology. I wonder that too. Would we finally invent the thing that made everyone be able to communicate? No, the technology that would make that possible.
Maybe they would be more attached to their phones because they would be using the automatic translator.
How would we store communal knowledge such as books and information that one generation needs to pass on to another?
Yeah, how would that happen if we didn't have that shared language? You got another one over there. We have that shared language to pass down those stories.
I wonder if we'd have to pay more genuine attention to each other when we were talking.
Yeah, I mean, you'd miss a lot if someone was speaking in a language you didn't understand without really focusing and paying attention and trying to figure out what they were saying. We would miss
I
a
would
lot
like
of
it if everyone, if they couldn't speak, they would just sing to each other.
Ooh, that's a
Yeah.
choice in our new universal language. We would just
Yeah.
sing. All right, let's see. I got. Imagine a world where no one has ever met someone different from them. So, in the world where you are, everyone is exactly the same as you.
Boring.
I wonder if that would be boring. We kind of touched on that with the robot best friend, right? If you could have them programmed to be exactly what you wanted.
You better like yourself.
Ooh, you better like yourself. That's right, if everyone's exactly like you.
This is how I grew up, an Italian Catholic girl. I didn't know anybody else, but that's how I grew up.
I wonder what was it like for people who go somewhere else, right? It doesn't say other worlds don't exist. It just says you've always been in the one that's just like you. So I wonder what that's like to go into some place that's completely different from everything you've ever known.
It's a whole different experience.
I'm sure.
Yes.
He didn't like that many people, and he asked them all to be like him. And that happened. He got his wish. And then he realized he didn't like himself that much either.
Yeah, so it might be something you like at first, right? Until it actually happens. I wonder that too.
This is about being like in appearance, but it makes me think of that Twilight Zone episode where the woman's face is all bandaged up, and they keep telling her they think maybe it was successful this time, the operation, and so on and so forth. And when they take the bandages off, she's this, like, by all accounts, beautiful woman. Everyone would say, oh, wow, she's beautiful. And everybody else has this hideous-looking face with, like, a pig snout for a nose. And she screams when she sees her image in the mirror. And it's just, everybody else looks exactly alike, but she's different, and that makes her unattractive. Yeah. I just think it's an interesting...
That is.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is going to be our special twist final round. All right. So this time, instead of imagining a different kind of world, imagine our world. What if we used curiosity to understand someone we don't agree with? What wonderings would you have? What if questions do you have? What if we used curiosity to understand someone we don't agree with?
I think it would require a lot more listening. Most people are wired to talk and not listen.
I wonder, would we be able to listen more?
I have this issue with my brother-in-law, who's an anti-vaxxer, so if you just stick to the facts and get rid of the emotional part of it when you disagree, it's if it's a factual thing. If it's an emotional thing, then you have to deal with why you feel that way. But a lot of times people get the facts all. When they argue, they don't talk about facts. They talk about their feelings more.
Yeah, so what if we stuck to the facts when we talk to people who we don't agree with?
Well, that doesn't work in a situation that I have extreme differences of opinion about one particular friend that I have in mind right now. And we have many things in common, but there are some very big issues that we agreed to disagree, and we agreed to never talk about the things that, because it's too upsetting for me what she thinks, and vice versa. And it's been a very beautiful experience for me because I grew up where I always wanted everybody that agreed with me to be around me. And so it's a really wonderful thing. I highly recommend it. But the other person has to be a little bit wonky too, if you think about it. Like, they have to be open enough too, it can't be just a one-sided thing.
Yeah, so I wonder if we could agree to disagree in a peaceful way with people, right?
Yeah.
and have an agreement with that other person.
Wonder if we could bring them over to the UU so they could see that even though we grew up in different kinds of faiths and different kinds of environments, that we can agree to treat people in a humane way.
But if you don't agree, even if you agree to disagree, how do you find solutions?
That's a good question. That's what we're doing, right? We're asking questions. That's a fantastic question. How do you get to solutions if you are not willing to talk about things?
If we let curiosity override judgment, would we connect with people before we disengage?
Oh, so relationships, right? Relationships will help.
I'm hanging out with Julie.
I know. She always has such wonderful things to say.
If we agree to disagree, then is there a place that we need to think about drawing the line if there's an ethical or moral issue that comes up?
Yeah, 100%. We have to find that line somewhere. We need boundaries. But we should be curious about where those boundaries are. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, they are ethical things that we disagree on, my friend and I, but I still love her and spend time with her.
One thing we need to do, if we're going to agree to disagree, is try and understand to the best of our ability what happened to them to make them think what they think. Because nobody thinks anything without a reason. We may not understand their reason, but they had a reason.
I love that. That's the curiosity part, right? So I'm going to take that as our last comment because that was a perfect segue to my closing words for you all. So that's how curiosity doesn't just imagine new worlds, right? It transforms this one. So with this last question, did you all notice what happened? We didn't argue. We didn't shut down ideas. We built on each other's wording. And that's what it means to let curiosity be a bridge.
Please rise or embody your spirit. Sing our closing hymn, There Is a Love. The words are in your order of service.
Rest in this love. There is a love holding me. There is a love holding me. There is a love holding on. We rest in this love. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love. We rest in this love. We rest in this love.
Our closing words today are written by David White. The ability to ask beautiful questions, often in very unbeautiful moments, is one of the great disciplines of human life. And a beautiful question starts to shape your identity as much as by asking it as it does by having it answered. You just have to keep asking. Let's read the words together for extinguishing the chalice. We extinguish this flame, not the light of truth.
Follow the sun, which way the wind blows when this day is done. Breathe in the air, set your intentions, dream with care. Tomorrow's a new day for everyone, a brand new moon, a brand new sun. So follow the sun, the direction of the birds, the direction of love. Breathe in the air, cherish this moment, cherish this breath. Tomorrow is a new day for everyone, a brand new moon, a brand new sun. When you feel life coming down on you like a heavy weight, when you feel this crazy society adding to the strain, take a stroll to the nearest water's edge. Remember your place. Many moons have risen and fallen long before you came. So which way's the wind blowing? What does your heart say? What does your heart say? Follow the sun, which way the wind blows when this day is done.
I love that song. It's a great song. We warmly welcome all of you who are visiting us today. Please stay and share coffee with us so we can get to know each other better. And now
Do they
let
have
us-
to drink coffee?
What's that?
Do they have to drink coffee?
I was wondering about that. I don't know. There's no chocolate milk.
Why
Is
don't
there
we
any
call
chocolate
it?
milk
Why don't
around?
we call it chocolate milk hour or tea hour? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Atlas, do you want some chocolate milk? No. Now let us share in a moment of silent reflection to consider today's message and the meaning it has in our lives.